What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, guys. Well, we are officially, I believe, under 2 weeks away from the launch of Modern Format, Modern and Wild. Now, I believe I saw a note from Cryptomancer saying that July 14th was the tentative date for them to go live. So my prediction of the 12th is wrong. It seems like they are planning to go mid-season, which would be the 14th, unless, of course, something changes or something catastrophic happens and they need to push it back. But either way, like I said, as of now, we are less than 2 weeks away. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, because I don't know if it's being discussed enough, but at least for me, I hadn't been thinking through it enough. And so I wanted to just put it on your radar, get your thoughts, and maybe continue a dialogue in the comment section below, is the inflation that's about to happen with DEC. So the pool of DEC that is issued out is about to double, almost double, I should say, because there's about 1 million. Is it 1 million DEC? No, 100,000 DEC. I think that gets put out from a previous LP reward. So we're going to say roughly double, which is what they had listed in the Modern and Wild official post. And so DEC is about to get inflated in a massive way. Now, this is not a perfect example, but I want you to take a look at another token within the game, which was just inflated in a very similar manner. And what I'm talking about are the vouchers. The vouchers were doubled, and they were exactly doubled at this point. So you had 20K going out to SPS holders before, and then an additional 20K going out to node holders. And we've seen a massive drop off in what I believe was a relatively solid floor price for vouchers before, which was around the $1 mark. Sure, we went below sometimes, and anytime there was use case, we'd spike up to $1 to $2 or maybe $2.50. But on the whole, when there was nothing happening, which is most of the time, right? The releases come very few and far between. We would be staying around that $1 range, maybe $1.20. Well, with the inflation on vouchers and with the general pull of the market, I don't want you to think that this is all inflation. So we have to really try to make sure we're factoring everything in here. But with the general trend of the market as well as the inflation, we've seen a drop now to around 40 cents. Now, I haven't seen this go below 40 cents. And my last video had talked about how it would make sense for the new floor to be roughly 50 cents if the previous floor was $1, since we did 2x the amount of vouchers that are getting dropped every day. So we can see that inflation plays a role, right? We can see that when you add more tokens in, and in this case, this token doesn't have any ongoing utility. So right now it's just kind of sitting there, and people who want to speculate on it long term, either to make a flip or to get whatever whatever cool things that they bring in down the line, they are the ones either buying or holding these assets in the short, medium, and long term. Now, DEC is slightly different. So even though we are going to double the amount of DEC hitting the system, I wouldn't say, let's expect this price to go completely in half. DEC has one important utility right now, and that is the airdrop. But the second utility, because the airdrop is going away, the second utility is the ability to buy packs at a discount. And I think this is the stabilizing mechanism that the team's putting in, and I think that it will hold decently well. Again, I'm not making price predictions. I'm also not saying that I think it's going to go up or it's going to go down a ton. But the fact that you can buy packs for cheaper is going to be something that people will take advantage of. Now, here's the thing. In addition to that, people will probably be winning more DEC in their battles, no matter which place no matter which league or format you're playing in. Now, when I say that, I'm talking from an aggregate, right? Because obviously we're going to have 2+ million, or not. It's not really 2+ million because we're well below the peg, but we're going to have 2x the amount of DEC hitting the system every single day. So what does that mean? Sure, most people will probably gravitate towards Modern. So Modern might look similar to what we have now, but the people playing in Wild will all of a sudden be winning way more tokens per win, right? And again, the average across the board is going to go up just because we're doubling the amount of DEC hitting the system. So what does that mean? We're all going to be getting more DEC, so the earnings will be higher. But at the same time, DEC will have this utility for buying packs at a cheaper price. So will people be selling based on the amount that they're receiving, or will they try to convert that into packs, which are hard capped to a certain extent? I mean, cards, like I said, cards are an inflationary asset class, but they're individually, and packs as included in this are individually deflationary. So I wouldn't be surprised to see people convert these into packs. Now, what that does is it doesn't touch the price of DEC. What it will do is just kind of let it sit in whatever vault the team has available right now, and then the team will distribute based on market transactions that use credits in the meantime. As we trend back to the soft peg at 0.001, the team might offload there, more people might sell, but the fact that this is coming in, right, and we're probably going to get this July 14th, about 12 days, so about 2 weeks before the end of the airdrop, is something that I think is just important to keep in mind. Now, this is, again, another wrench that I'm throwing in. If you saw the video that I posted last night, I was talking about how we have the end of the airdrop on July 26th. We have the earnings report for many major companies within the stock market that could shake up the market entirely and maybe confirm that we are in a recession on July 28th. And so roughly 2 weeks before that, on July 14th, we are going to get this inflation on DEC. So a lot is happening this month. And it's a lot of shocks to the system. And I'm just trying to make you aware, because to sit here and say that I know where all this is going to go, and if anybody tries to tell you where any of this is going to go, I mean, nobody knows. The market's going to market and it's going to do its thing. I can give you, to the best of my abilities, what I think and my logic behind it. But even with that, I don't know, right? Because let's say DEC does start to drop significantly, whether it's due to the market factors externally, or whether it's due to the inflation, we could have some whale come in and buy it up just to keep it at that price, right? And therefore buy it up and buy packs, for example. So again, there's too many factors coming into it, but I do feel what's going to be interesting, at the very least, and interesting may not be the right word, but exciting, suspenseful, however you want to define it. July as a month is going to have a lot going on within it that is going to impact the game economy in tremendous ways, both the tokens as well as the card market, I believe. So again, just putting this on your radar, because I've been thinking about it a lot more recently, and even though we are down about, 37% below the soft peg, and we have the end of the airdrop coming, and we have inflation, and we have this potential earnings report, I don't know how low we can go, and I don't know if we will go lower than this. I do believe we can go lower, and I do believe that there is a good chance that we do go lower, but how long and how deep that ends up being, I think is really difficult to say. Granted, did anybody think that we would be well below the peg months before the end of the airdrop? No. So if you're sitting here and feeling a little bullish and optimistic and taking my words and being like, oh, maybe after sounds right, maybe it won't go down for that long and maybe it will come in. I'm just saying it could always go lower. It could always get worse. Now, the good thing, though, about DEC is for those who want to buy packs with it, well, this may be your opportunity to get in and buy some packs at a cheaper price. So the side effect of this, everybody's talking about how we haven't sold through packs and packs are going really slow. But the side effect of this is that we could sell through packs significantly quicker in the months of maybe August and September, depending on how things play out. So we will see where it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a massive migration out of DEC into other assets within the game as DEC kind of loses its primary utility that it has now, which is the airdrop. So that's all I have for you in this video. I'm curious to get your thoughts, though, on how you're planning for this. Again, I'm even looking at this and saying, well, maybe I should ape into some DEC right now. How much lower can it go? But the truth of the matter is, I am still trying to be a disciplined investor and knowing that there's all of these, I don't know, I don't want to necessarily call them red flags because I don't think that they could be that bad, but they're enough of a question mark for me that if I was going to put significant assets into them, then I would want to make sure that there's some type of exit strategy. It's almost like, well, am I better off buying this and kind of rolling the dice, especially 3 dice in a month, or should I just buy me some Bitcoin? You know what I mean? So that's all I have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We will discuss further there. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next video, and I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.